Good morning, as we sleep tonight. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, man? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Hey, I hope y'all had a wonderful weekend. I hope y'all got a great night's sleep. Hope y'all enjoyed your families. Let's get the pleasantries out of the way. Good morning. First and foremost, if this is your first time here, let me get this together real quick. Okay. If this is your first time here, I'd like to welcome you to the overnight price section. The overnight price section. Hello, if you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I get on Al Gore's internet every single day at 9 a.m. Y'all, excuse me, man, my mic is falling everywhere, man. What's going on, microphone? We do this every day, baby. Come on, chill out, man. Yeah, if y'all know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I get on Al Gore's internet every single day, and I just share my thoughts on the price action, what's going on with the stock market. I share my thoughts on what a full-time trader would do when it comes to looking at price action, looking at the stock market, looking at the economic data. I try to do this every single day for the free 99. I started doing Tim's Tidbit just to share everything that I had learned about investing, about trading, about options, about futures, whatever it is. I just started out by sharing everything in this Chrome Dome for free for my friends and family, close friends and family, and then I spread it abroad to the total internet, if you will, Al Gore's internet. I just want to share it with everybody for the free 99 and let them know that this is possible. You too can be a full-time trader. And I don't ask nobody to give me anything. I'm doing it for free. All thing I ask you to do is hit the like button. It might be here on your screen. It might be there on your screen. It might be in the middle like it is on my son's iPad. But just click the like button and share it with a friend. That's all I ask you to do. I don't ask you to give me any money. I don't ask you to spend anything with me. And speaking of money, let's shout out our special sponsors. We have our exclusive sponsors here, for the sponsors for Tim's Tidbit, the sponsors for Overnight Price Action, the sponsors for the Price Action Recap, the sponsors for the Weekly Recap, the sponsors for Sunday evening, whatever I'm gonna call it, the next week question mark. The sponsors are thenewTLI.com. thenewTLI.com. Go to newTLI.com and pick up your Spider Gang merch. It's the apparel for traders and investors. Apparel and accessories for it's a shame I don't know my own tagline on my own site. Hey, and shout out our second exclusive sponsor, sponsored by Banjo, the new mixtape by Il Jodam. Yes, that is my son. Banjo, the new mixtape by Il Jodam on all streaming platforms. Thank you to our sponsors, thenewTLI.com and Banjo by Il Jodam, the new mixtape by Il Jodam, Banjo. Support our sponsors. We appreciate you for supporting our sponsors. Let's go to the chat and see what's going on. Who in the chat? Who in here? Here to learn and share. I knew you was here. Good morning, Miguel. Good morning, Miguel. Good morning, Rhonda Green. What's up, O? What's going on, Rich? Rich, that's what the dude name was on the little cartoon. Man, I can't think his name. I'm gonna get it in a minute. What's going on, Mendez? Good morning, Sonya. Michelle Tucker. What's going on, Michelle Tucker? What's up, Mr. Darren? Christopher. What's going on, Christopher? Cool it now. You better cool it now. What's going on, Giovanni? Have I seen that name before? If you've been here before, I jalapize, Giovanni. I jalapize if you've been here before. If you haven't, welcome. What's up, Brittany? This is Brittany. Brittany, I haven't seen Brittany lately. Brittany, how is the tea and crumpets, if you will? Hey, me and my family just watched Bohemian Rhapsody last night. That was a good movie. I didn't even know Queen was from London. I didn't know they was from London, but that was a good movie. What's going on, Edwin? Edwin, I appreciate you yesterday, my guy, for pulling up. What's going on, Towns? What's up with you? 2K Crypto. What's up, Jeffrey, if you will? What's going on, Doc? I don't call him a doc just to call him a doc. He's a real doctor. Shout out Doc Nolan. What's going on, Valdez? What's going on, Valdez? Hey, I thought Tommy shot you, Valdez. What's happening? Now, what's up? Tea and crumpets are lovely. Indeed, they are, indubitably. What's going on? That's my sweetie right there. My sweetie is in the building. My sweetie is in the building. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Let's see what the overnight price action looking like. Since I got the browser open, let's go over here and see what Spotlean, where you at, baby? Here I go. Man, that thing was squeaky this morning. It was squeaky this morning. Let's get this volume out of the way. Get out of here, volume. Look like Spotlean from the pull back a tad bit. If this bullish momentum is going to continue, this is healthy. This is healthy. This is warranted. This is expected. If this bullish momentum is going to continue, this is very healthy. The rubber band is extremely stretched out. It's extreme. We're stretching it out. From the bottom, I ain't gonna say the bottom, but from the last, what's that vibration? From the last, this right here, when we try to solidify a bottom, right? Not the low, but when we try to solidify a bottom from the low of that time up until where we closed that Friday was 15%, just north of 15%. The rubber band is stretched out, extremely stretched out. Now that 15% is through the month of July, or half of the month of July. And right now, pretty much half of the month of August, right? So in a month's time frame, we have moved 15%. That's stretched out. We need to cool off a little bit. And y'all know what I always say. Stock market, it can either cool off by pulling back, retracing, or consolidating. When you're running up too hot, you can cool off by pulling back. When you're dropping too hot, you can cool off by retracing. If you or you can just consolidate. Right? I'll take either cool off method. As y'all know, I'm currently in all cash because we was a stone's throw away from my target. My target right here was that 429. I keep saying 42 because I be thinking about the ES. 429 66. That was my target on the SPY. These equal highs that we had made back here in May. April and May time frame, these equal daily highs. The Qs hit that target. QQQ hit that target. The equal highs, and the Qs were leading. So I went to all cash with all my positions and the Qs and the SPY, because the Qs hit the target. The SPY was just a stone's throw away. So I went to all cash, and now I'm waiting for a new entry. I would have liked to see the SPY to hit this 200 daily moving average, you know what I'm saying, before retracing back, but I'll take just a cool off. I'm thinking, now this is just what Lil Timmy Rogers thinking. This ain't nothing technical now. I'm thinking we gonna pull back a little bit, bounce up, hit that 200, and then decide if we're gonna try to take it or reject off of it. That's what I'm thinking it's gonna do. But that's just thinking. That ain't nothing technical. Don't take that for nothing, right? Right now, we're just looking to see if we're gonna cool off by retracing or consolidating, or if they just gonna keep repricing this thing and get up into this weekly fair value gap right here before they decide something. Cause like I said yesterday, man, algos can just keep repricing this thing up and take out these highs over here at 450. 450.01 to be exact, but they can take out these highs at 450 if they want to. 450 is a nice round number. Y'all know algos like nice round numbers because we above 425 ain't a round number, but it makes sense. 25 half of 50, you get it, right? We above 425. Well, we closed above 425, right? So if we come back down here and test 420 and bounce back up, them algos like them round numbers. Hey, it ain't unreasonable. You feel me? But looking like we about to gap down on Spotlean this morning, right? And for anybody who don't understand, like if you ain't got a trading platform that show you where it is in pre-market, right? Get out of here, volume and count. Oh, volume was gone. I'm sorry, volume. Get out of here. EMAs, SMAs. If you ain't got a platform that show you where it is in pre-market, the way you can tell it's gonna gap down is if you look at the ES and like we closed at 421, 4281.25 on Friday, and right now we're hovering around 423.53. That's how you can tell the SPY is going to gap down, right? Because we're not in the same place where we closed at the day prior, right? Right now we're down, what's that, 81 to 53. That's almost 30 points. That's 27 points that we're down right now, right? So it's going to be a gap down on SPY. Just the opposite is the true. If we was above where we closed at, the SPY will be getting ready to gap up because the market opening in 10 minutes. And in these 10 minutes, if it don't get all the way back up here to 4281.25, it's going to be some type of gap down. That's how you can tell. All right, overnight price action. What did we do? What did we do? We came in last night. We gapped down. That's what this little red box is right here. We gapped down. This is a 15-minute gap. If you put it on 60-minute candles, it don't really look the same, right? It don't really look the same on 60-minute candles. It looked like a long wick, and it looked like we got up into it there. But that long wick, all of that happened on Friday, right? All of that wick happened on Friday. On Sunday, the only thing happened, we gapped down here, and then we gapped down to the bottom of this 4-hour fair value gap at 42.77. We gapped down from the close on Friday, and we gapped down to 42.77, pushed back up to 42.80.50, and then continued to sell off throughout the night, right? So the buy side liquidity that I had marked, what time was it? It was this morning sometime. It had to be after 7, but I had marked some buy side liquidity at 42.73.75 and 42.76.25 to the upside, because that was the overnight high was 42.73.75, right? That's why I marked that buy side liquidity. Am I expecting it to go in that direction? I hope not. I don't want it to go in that direction. I ain't gonna hold you. I want it to pull back and cool off. We consolidated throughout the Asian and the Sydney. Well, we kind of dropped a little bit, and then we just consolidated throughout the Asian and the Sydney up until the London. When the London opened up, we broke to the downside, filled in a fair value gap. We filled in this 60-minute fair value gap, and then we just started skating on the top of this breaker that I had marked out over here. I marked this out. It was like I kind of broke it down. I didn't want to keep breaking it down into the lower time frames. So I just marked out the 15-minute breaker and a 5-minute breaker that sat on top of each other, all within this 60-minute candle right here. Like if you see the body of the candle is from 42.47 to 42.44.25. That's the body of the 60-minute candle, but it's like it's a 15-minute candle in there, it's a 5-minute candle in there, but we just rolled on the top of that. We skirted on the top of that, and when it was dipping down in here, it's some other 2-minute, 4-minute breakers in there. I wasn't gonna be breaking all that down, but you see we were skating on top of that. We bounced off of here, but and the reason why I say I don't want it to and I don't think it's trying to bounce back up is because when we hit it, we only retraced a little bit. We didn't like just shoot back off. We just bounced up like 7 or 8 points. Then we hit it again, bounce back up, hit there, bounce back up. It's like we did take out the sell side liquidity that I marked, and we not running back up. So we taking the sell side and continuing down. Like we're not attempting to take any buy side. We just taking sell side, continuing down, taking sell side, continuing down. Like we took the sell side on the 6 o'clock candle, right? The sell side liquidity on the 6 o'clock candle that we took, the sell side was at 42.58.75. Right there with my line hovering at. That was the sell side that we took on this 6 o'clock candle right here, right? And then I marked that candle with the sell side at 42.55.75, right? Then on the 9 o'clock candle, we took that sell side liquidity on the 9 o'clock candle, right? And we still push down. We still haven't come back to this fair value gap that we made on the 5 o'clock candle, right? So we're still pushing down. We ain't making no attempts to take any buy side liquidity. We didn't come back and touch this fair value gap that we made on the 5 o'clock candle. I think I said the bottom of the gap is at 42.66.25. We ignored that liquidity. We took the sell side again. We took the sell side, we took the sell side, then we took the sell side again, and then now we're pushing down. Now the new overnight low, I can move this right here because we took this sell side. The new overnight low is 42.49 even, right? That's where the sell side is sitting at now, 42.49 even. It's like we slowly taking all the sell side and ignoring the buy side. Is this just like the Bulls' way of getting down to maybe this fair value gap that's sitting below this entire breaker that I marked out right there at the top of the fair value gap is at, what's that, 42.44.50, and the bottom of the fair value gap is at 42.39.75. Are we just trying to push to that before bouncing? I don't know, Raggy. I'm sitting here waiting for the market to show me what it want to do because it's Monday. Y'all know on Monday I sit back and wait for the market to show me what it want to do. Show me what you want to do. Let me I'm getting too many boxes on my screen right now. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm finna delete these breakers that I put on there. I need an imbalance right there. And I put this to 4 o'clock today. I'm gonna put it to the end of the week like I did everything else. It's too much going on right here. I'm finna start deleting this stuff. Get out of here, you. Get out of here, you. It's messing with my mind. Okay, so we got the sell side sitting right now at the new overnight low at 42.49 even. We got a fair value gap resting right at, the breaking structure is up here. The breaking structure is up there, and we never went back to that fair value gap. So we got another fair value. We got another breaking structure right there at 42.37.25, right? With a fair value gap sitting right above that. And that's the fair value gap I was just talking about. I called out the levels on that already. Then the next sell side liquidity that I got below that fair value gap is at 42.19.50, right? So if I was a day trader that was looking to try to go short, once I got a short set up in here somewhere and started pushing back down, this 42.49 would be my first low hanging fruit. Then I will be mindful at this fair value gap, and then my ultimate target will be down here at this 42.19.50, right? And then y'all see the different levels below that. We got fried this low at 42.14.75. We got that high that we were defending from May, right around the 11th low. They pretty much in the same spot. The low for the 11th was 42.02.75, and that's right there by that 42.03.75, that high that the Bulls were defending from back in May. Y'all see the levels down there, man. Are we going that far down? I don't know. But y'all see the levels down there. Y'all see the levels to the upside. I'm sitting back waiting for the market to show me what it wants. I'm looking at the market like, tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. What y'all talk about in the chat, man? Bruh said, what's going on, Sanjay? What's happening? What's up, C-Walk? What's up, C-Walk, man? What you guys think about depositing a little to get over pattern day trader. I've never got over pattern day trader before being on cash account. Well, if you're on a cash account, you shouldn't have to worry about pattern day trader. You only got to worry about pattern day trader if you're using a margin account. But if you Michael, if you got a cash account, you ain't got to worry about the PDT rule. The PDT rule only apply if you're using a margin account. Now, the only thing about a cash account, right? If you just say if you trading options, you can't with a cash account, you can't reuse that money the same day. You got to wait until the next day before you can reuse that money. Let's just say if you got $2,000 in your cash account, right? And you open a position using $400. You buy some calls for $400, right? And then you cash out whatever money you made or lost plus that 400 over there. Just say if you got a position 400, you hit you put up 400 and then you hit 50%, meaning you made $200, right? So now that $600 you can't touch. You only got $1,600 that you can use for that day, right? And then once you use up all your cash in positions and like you close your positions, you can't reuse none of that money until the next day. But you don't have no pattern day trader rule on a cash account. Is it true I'll get to buy and sell options as many times as I want over PDT? Hopefully I just answered the question. If it's truly, it's got to be a cash account though, and you got to tell your broker, hey, I want a cash account. Because when I first opened up my account, it was like it had margin on it. So I had to call, I said, hey, I don't want margin no more. I want a cash account. And then they changed it to a cash account. Now, in order to change it, you can't have no open positions. Like all your positions got to be closed before they can change it over to a cash account. You can oh yeah, that right there. Here to learn, she already did it. See, that's why she the teacher's favorite. I appreciate you. Here to learn to share, you all over it. Appreciate you. I just wasted a whole lot of breath. I just wasted a whole lot of breath. Appreciate you. Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't put the link in the chat today. I forgot to put the link in the chat. Hold on, let me stop sharing my screen so I can put the link in the chat. I didn't put the link in the chat. I'm sorry. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. If anybody wants to pull up and ask anything, if anybody want to pull up and share anything that I may have missed on the charts, if anybody want to pull up and yeah, if anybody want to pull up, the link is in the chat now. The link is in the chat now. Appreciate that. Never waste. I appreciate that. Hey, again, shout out our sponsors for Tim's Tidbit, thenewtlr.com. This is my favorite shirt right here. Discipline over dollars. That's my favorite shirt right there. Discipline over dollars. Right? This is the one that started it all right here. I got options. I buy them. Let me put it in the black. I like the black. I got options. I buy them. I sell them. That's the one that started it all. The cousin was like, hey, Tim, I love that shirt. Where can I get that shirt from? That's the one that started all. That holds a special place in my heart. I would never stop liking that. But my favorite is Discipline over dollars. My second favorite is I'm not a bull or a bear. I'm a beast. Let me put it in white so you can see it good. I'm not a bull or a bear. I'm a beast. That's my motto. I don't care if the market go up or down. I just trade what I see. And speaking of trade what I see, I just trade what I see. Let me put it in. I got to go to the other color. I got to go to the black letters to put it in white. Let's put it in red. I like it in red. I got one of these in there. I just trade what I see. I'm not a bull or a bear. I'm a beast. I just trade what I see. Yeah, shout out 100. 100, the 100 like this the one 100 like. I'm not a bull or a bear, I'm a beast. That's the one 100 like right now. That's his favorite shirt. Hey, shout out Banjo. Shout out Il Jodem. Appreciate our sponsors. Il Jodem. The new mixtape by Il Jodem is called Banjo. Support Il Jodem music. It's streaming on all streaming platforms. Il Jodem. That's the name. Yes, that's my son. That's my son. Banjo. The new what's the name? The new mixtape. If you got Apple Music, the link is in the chat right now for Banjo. If you got Apple Music, the link is in the chat right now for Banjo. Shout out our sponsors. Support our sponsors. You feel me? Hey, everybody else, people come on people platforms. Everybody want to sponsor. Kev, you late. Go to the principal's office. You late. You late. You go to the principal's office. Talk about good morning. Hey, that's all I got for the overnight price action. If ain't nobody gotten there, man, I guess I'm gonna get out of here early before the market even open today. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, man. Make sure y'all. What's up, Tasha? Tasha, tell Snoopy I said. Hey, what's going on, Garrick? What's happening, my guy? Hey, I'll see y'all tonight for the price action recap at 7:30. It's football season. Remember, we do it at 7:30. Oh, before I go, the 23rd of August. The 23rd of August. Yes, let me share my screen. Right here. See, the 23rd of August. That's next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eric, one of the financial advisors from Jazz Wealth, one of my financial advisors. Dustin is my personal financial advisor. Eric is another advisor there, a phenomenal fiduciary, a phenomenal advisor. I don't nobody tell Dustin, but I like Eric better than Dustin. But Eric, the cousin Q, the big cousin Q, they gonna pull up and we just gonna have a discussion. We just gonna talk about the state of the market right now. So it's gonna be Eric, the big cousin Q, and myself. I was trying to get a female perspective. I'm not gonna call any names, but they said they're in the shadows and they hurt my feelings and make me cry. So it's just gonna be me, Q, and Eric. We're gonna have a discussion. We're just gonna discuss everything stock market, anything. And if y'all got any questions, be thinking about your questions. I'm gonna probably pull up a couple polls sometime this week to get, you know what I'm saying, to get some questions. If y'all got any questions, be thinking about it throughout the week. What y'all like to ask a real life financial advisor. He's my financial advisor. He's a real life fiduciary. Jazz Wealth got a YouTube channel where they drop free gems every single day. Eric and Dustin, they call Fin Tips, financial tips. Eric and Dustin, they drop them every single day at like 1 o'clock, I think. It's like free retirement advice type tip stuff you can do. They drop them every single day. Everybody know the cousin Q. If you don't know the cousin Q, he done been on the Come Up series a few times. He work on Wall Street, stand-up dude. I've had plenty of phone conversations with Q. He a stand-up dude. Q been on Tim's Tidbit Takeover. He dropped some gems when he was here. And what I want to do, if you want to call this a platform, what I want to do with this platform is just share as much as I can with the cousins, the type of stuff that helped me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's fine and dandy to look for the new hot setup or the new what's a head and shoulders, what's a breaker, what's a fair value gap, what's a retrade. It's cool to look for that stuff. But when it comes to trading and investing, you want to be well-rounded. You want to know what, you know what I'm saying? You want to know what people like Q who work on Wall Street do, or how they look at the market. You want to know what people like Eric, who's a licensed fiduciary, SEC licensed fiduciary that manage and take care of money for people like myself. I'm one of his real customers. You want to know what type of stuff they look at in the market, so you'll understand. You'll have a broader view of the market. That's what I just want to share, stuff that's going to help people on all levels, not just the quickest setup, the how to get rich quick. I just want to bring something to you that's of use. You feel me? So make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all be here next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. If you don't come to no other live, make sure you come to that live and come ready with your questions. Other than that, yeah, chilling. Today the day to chill, man. Today is the day to let the market show you what it want to do. Today is the day to chill. Let the market show you what you want to do. You ain't got to trade every day. I appreciate y'all, man. I see y'all tonight at 7:30. Until then, y'all be safe. Watch this market. The market is open now. The market is now open. Y'all watch this market. Y'all be safe in this market. We just pushed up and got up above. Thank you, here to learn and share. We just pushed up here and got up above this this high right here at I can't see the numbers. Move out the way, Jordan. We just got up above this high at 42.64, and we pushing, look like we're pushing toward that fair value gap. The bottom of the gap is at 42.6625. Let's see what the market do with that. Let me drop it down to 15-minute candles so I can get more of the story. Okay, that just gave us a slight breaking structure to the up. Well, we got a breaking structure right here also. So we got a 15-minute breaking structure at 42.62, right? We got a 15-minute breaking structure and left a fair value gap below it. Let's see how this happens. Let's see if these equal lows down here at 42.49 will be a target after we just hit it. We just touched this liquidity above 42.64, right? We just got that liquidity above 42.64, and we left a fair value gap down here top of the gap at 42.54 right? We got equal lows sitting at 42.49 at the overnight low. So now if this fair value gap right here, we pushing trying to get up to that fair value gap to the upside, the one that we never went back to overnight. Oh yeah, we noticed the 15-minute. We didn't get into the 60-minute fair value gap. We didn't get into the 60-minute fair value gap. We're pushing up, acting like we're trying to get back to that 60-minute fair value gap, right? This 60-minute fair value gap, we got that breaking structure. Let's see if this 42.49 is the target after coming back to this breaking structure, or if this 42.54 gonna do its job and push us back up. Looking like we failing to, if we fail to get above this high, right? If we fail to get above this high on this 15-minute candle, I feel like we definitely pushing back down. We got the breaking structure to the upside. We got the fair value gap to the bottom. Let the market show you what it want to do. It's only been open 4 minutes. That's on the 15-minute. Let's look what is 60-minute. Got the 60-minute breaking structure. This is the fair value gap right there that I'm talking about. That 60-minute fair value gap that we never came back to throughout the night. We dropped down, consolidated, dropped down, consolidated, dropped down. Now we popping back up, trying to get that fair value gap. Let the market show you what it want to do. Let's go to 5 minutes. On the 5-minute chart, same thing. The breaking structures are in the same spot. Fair value gaps are in the same spot. Couldn't get the high on the 5-minute. Let's see what happened. If the 15-minute can get it. We couldn't get the high on the 5-minute on that candle there. Let's see if the 15-minute can get it. We still got, what is it, 10 minutes on the 15 minute? 9 minutes. We still got 9 minutes on the 15 minute. Tell me what you want. Talk to me, ES. Tell me what you need. Tell me. It's struggling. It's struggling to get that high. It's struggling to get that high. It's struggling to get that high. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Let's drop down. Let's go all the way down. Let's go all the way down and see what's happening. Let's go back. Way back in time. Oh, let me mark my what's name while I'm in here. I forgot to mark my New York Open. Okay, we opened up. We opened up way down now. Wow, I never knew. I never knew we opened up that far down there. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me, baby, it ain't good enough. Let's just go. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. We are struggling to get that high. We stand above this breaking structure right here, but we struggling to get that high back here. We struggling to get this high. It's like we stand above this area. We stand above this breaking structure area right here at this 43.63, but we are struggling to get that high. This thing looking like, nah, punk, I'm coming back down, punk. Like, we not even coming back to this 1 minute fair value gap right here. We just struggling up here. Like it's something. Let's look over here and see what it's fighting with. Let me see what the other indices doing, because the spigot is struggling right now. NQ leading. See, there you go. That, you know, I'll be telling y'all, when I be like, the mom and the daddy, the mama go this way, the daddy go that way, and the spy in the middle, like, which way do I go? Which way do I go? Mommy, do I go? Daddy, which way? See, look at the dial. The dial drippity dropping like it's hot. The dial dropping. And then the NQ was staying steady all night. It just kind of consolidated. And then now the NQ pushing. The NQ had went green on the day for a minute. They got up above Friday's close. And then now the SPY was like getting drugged down by the Dow. And now everybody, kind of pushing up green on this hour right here. But look how much lower below Friday's close the SP is. I mean, S&P is because of the excuse me, the Dow. Oh, we finally took it. We finally took that high. We finally took that high. And now we pushing. We finally took that high. Okay. They said, forget going down, punk. I'm taking it. All right, let's see how we act off of this high right now. I said we were sticking here, man. It was like in between. Now let's see what happened now. Let me get off this 1 minute. It's making my head hurt. All right, we in the fair value gap right now at the breaking structure, right? This make or break time. What you gonna do? This breaking structure right here, we finally got that. We got the high. We got this breaking structure right there now. If this breaking structure fair value gap do its job and push it back down, this area right here, this fair value gap right there is the area to watch. That's the area to watch. That's going to be the decision. Are we going to get these lows, or are we going to hit that and bounce? If this breaking structure do its job, boom, stop him. Hurt. Stop them in this fair value gap. Get to the London. The London is right at the top of the fair value gap. Get to the London, reverse down, hit this fair value gap, bounce up, or get to the London, reverse down, blow past that fair value gap, and get that sell side liquidity. Tell me what you want, ES. Tell me what you need, ES. If you're a scalper, scalpers, stuff like this, how you make your money as a scalper. I'm not a scalper, right? This how you make your money on ES. You plot your areas, right? Like this breaking structure, fair value gap. Boom. That was a short. You take it down. Once you coming down, boom, you cover. You cover something in here. And now you done scalp that right there, let it go. And as it keeps sliding down, you keep covering. That's how you make your money as a scalper. Like when I used to be trying to scalp and going YOLO and do, that's what I used to do. I would come in, boom, scalp, boom, get me some money right there, out of there, gone. Out of there, gone. When I was over leveraging, trading the big boy ES, when they ain't had nothing but like $2,500 in my account, and I was trading the big boy ES, you know what I'm saying? I would have went short right here at this breaking structure right here. As soon as we come up in here, go short, boom, take it down. You know what I'm saying? Take it down. I cover something there, let it push down. If it keep pushing down, I cover some more. It like if I was scalping, I probably have a stop sitting right here. I have it sitting right there. If it come back and get me, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It pushed back that once it get down below this high right here, boom, move it right there to that high. When I was scalping, that's how I used to be doing it, right? And then I would take it all the way down to this. My target would be this fair value gap right here. Boom. And I'll wait to see if it's going to bounce off this fair value gap. If it get this fair value gap and start trying to bounce back up, I go long in there. And I just cover until it decided want to come back down here. I just had targets, and I would just go in and just scalp out those targets. Like I go short off this. I would go long off this right here. If it reversed and started going down, I would go short down till it got to here. If it broke past there, I would try to get it set up and go short down to here. If it, you know what I'm saying, if it got down here and start reversing, I would go long back up until it got to this area right here. I'll be watching this area there, because going down would just be the wax on. You know what I'm saying? Gap fill, then retracement. I trade it back up to that gap. That's all kind of stuff I used to do when I used to be trying to day trade and scalp like that. Just set targets, right? And then scalp during them targets. It all worked the same. If you're using this for a longer term trade, you know what I'm saying? It's the same setups in the same places. It's just how you choose to trade it. You know what I'm saying? It's just how you choose to trade it. Like, I ain't a scalper, so I don't be trying to scalp, right? But it's all the same setup. You would use the same setup. Only difference is once you mark this out on the 15-minute, right? If you're a scalper, you would just drop down to like 5 minutes or less. You know what I'm saying? You would drop down to 5 minutes or less. More than likely, you would drop down to like a 1 minute or a 2 minute, right? Get all the way down there. You see what I'm saying? Once we, on the 1 minute chart, once we came up in there and hit that right there, it's as a scalper. Once we came in here and hit this right here, and then we opened up there and pushed up and came back down. Once we start coming back down, boom, shorting right off the bottom of that thing right there. Boom, go in there, start coming down. That's your short right there. Boom, short. Take it down. You know what I'm saying? Take it down. Once we hit that high right there, see that high right there? Boom. You be looking to cover. Once we hit that high, you looking to cover. Come back up, boop, take you out trade. That's all right. I scalped out however much that was. 266.25, right? And let's say it bounced back up and took you out right here at 262 75. 2625, 26, what's that? Like almost 4 points right there. Quick scalp on 4 points, out of there, gone. You see what I'm saying? That's how scalpers make that money. And you just do that all day long. Just do that all day long. But it's the same levels, the same stuff, all. But I'm not a scalper. I ain't got time for that. That's too stressful. That's too stressful. What you said over there? On the ES, looking at today's price action starting at 8:30, where would you draw your fibs on the 5 minute? Randa, green, full Draw the fields for what? Like what on? I mean on the okay on the 5 minute, but like for what range would you mean? Like what range are? It depends on the range you're looking at. It depends on the range you're looking at. Like just say, I'm on a 5 minute chart right now, right? I'm gonna cover this up like I can't, like I can't, I don't know what's going on right now. We right here. I'm gonna cover this up, right? So it just depends on like the range I'm looking at. Like if I'm just say if I'm looking at the total overnight dealing range, I want to know what equilibrium is for the total overnight dealing range right here. Like I can't see nothing. So if I want the equilibrium for the total overnight dealing range, right, I would get my fibs and I would go to the high after midnight, right, which would be the high, the overnight high that we already got marked out at 42.73.75, right? I would go from that high and then I'll go all the way to the overnight low at 42.49. That would give me the equilibrium point of 42.61 25, right? 42.61.50, right? 42.61.50 would be the equilibrium for the total overnight dealing range, right? So if you're not looking at the total overnight dealing range, if you're just looking at this last price leg from 8:30 up until now, right? Oh, you said starting at 8:30. Tim, reading is fundamental, baby. Starting at 8:30. So you come to this high at 42.62, 42.62 down to 42.49. That would be where I would anchor my fibs for from the 8:30 to the 9 to now. That's the before, like before you see that, right? And then not that from the 8:30 calendar, that would be like the dealing range for that right there. Now, going forward from here, right? So going forward from here, we pushing up and we looking like we trying to act like we gonna stay strong because we came back to the breaking structure right there and we pushed up, right? The breaking structure that we was looking at on all the levels, it's looking like we're trying to stay strong to the upside. It's like they remember when I was like, they said forget you're going down, punk. They acting like they trying to stay strong, but we just getting back to the London. I'll like get to the top of the London and it still may come down, but the way it's trading is acting like it's trying to stay strong. It's acting like it's trying to stay strong because we came up, we broke structure here. And when we retrace back down into this 5 minute fair value gap right at this breaking structure right there, it kept pushing up, right? So just be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. It's acting real strong right now because if you look, the Dow is starting to push. The NQ has run highs. The NQ has run highs. It got above these highs, got above Friday's highs. NQ got above Friday highs and is backing off a little bit. The Dow is pushing strong. It has not gotten above Friday highs. The ES has not gotten above Friday highs, right? So it's acting like it's trying to set up a bearish week. That's what it's doing. And then like after this right here, reading is fundamental. The praise speak to him where I would have anchored it from the 8:30 would have been at the high. I would have anchored it at the high of 42.62 and put it at the low of 42.49. That would be where I'd have anchored my fibs. And then as you see, we totally disrespected this fair value gap, blue slap through it, got a breaking structure, right? This was a 15-minute fair value gap. This was a 5-minute fair value gap right here that we came back and we touched that 5-minute fair value gap and kept pushing up. So now we're wicking off of the London. We got, you know what I'm saying? We went through the top of the 60-minute fair value gap that we never got to. We just wicked off the London real good. Let's see if this down close counter support price. Like shout out ICT. And he was talking about like when the market start making a move, when the move be real, the opposite color candles tend to support the price. You know what I'm saying? The opposite color candles tend to support the price. So right now, you know what I'm saying, if this move is really strong and gonna continue, right, we'll be expecting the red candles to keep supporting price and not letting price drop back down below the red candles. The red candles will keep supporting price up until the algos get to the destination that they want to get to and start to reverse off of it. I really did not expect this to come out here and start pushing like this morning, but they trying to prove a point. They trying to get to those equal highs on the ES. They said, look here, man, I ain't worried about no stone's throw, punk. I want to get there. QQQ got there, punk. I want to get there, punk. Gotta top out at 332.78. What in the world is a top out? What in the world is a top out? And way down there. What in the world is a top out and wait at 332 way down here? What is a top out and down in this area? $332.78. Let me put a line over here and see what. I don't know. I'm lost. Help me out. What's up, Lil Hawk? When you pulled up in here? Lil Hawk? Okay, we tapped that buy side liquidity at 42.73.75, which was the overnight high. And this red candle still supporting price right now. This down close candle still supporting price. As you see, we done totally disrespected this fair value gap. Hey, the bulls, like the Dow is pushing. Look at the Dow. The Dow is dragging the ES up. Look at the Dow. The Dow is strong right now. The Dow is pushing, trying to get back to green. The NQ kind of struggling a little bit. NQ kind of struggling. It's still strong, but it's kind of struggling a little bit. But the Dow is like steady Eddie right now. The Dow is steady Eddie right now, and it's drag. We got up and we got that buy side liquidity at the overnight high. We took out the overnight high, and we still staying strong. The Dow about to go green. The Dow pushing. The Dow about to go green. The Dow was a stone's throw away from going green. We pushing. Took out the buy side liquidity. It's said it's. I ain't gonna hold you. It's trying to set up like it want to be a bearish week for real. It's trying to set up like it want to be a bearish week. If we go up here and we close with a new day. We got a new daily high today, and then we get a new daily high tomorrow. That can be very well setting up a bearish week. Because, you know, y'all know how I feel. Like, if I'm bullish on the week, I want the first 2 days to be down. I want to pull back and go take care of some gap work on the downside before blasting off, right? So, last night, we was taking out sell side. We was taking out sell side overnight. And then once we got down here and we made these relative equal lows right here and we blast off. Now we get, that's it. I just thought about it. We drawing back up into the gap down. I forgot all about the gap down. How y'all let me forget about when I shrunk up my chart where I can see it? See, it was out my screen when I had it blown up like this right here, right? My gap down was out of my screen. I wasn't even thinking about my gap. We was drawing up to the gap down. Tim, how did you not remember the gap? You see, I got it. I'm like, that's why we was coming up there. We was drawing to the gap down. the Sunday night gap down. Y'all know about the Sunday night gap down, man. Stop playing. How y'all let me forget about the Sunday night gap down? I even said something about that earlier too. Oh yeah, drawing right up there to the Sunday night gap down, man. That's what I'm like, man, this thing all gas. Drawing to the Sunday night gap down. How y'all let me forget about that, man? What we talking about? So if the fibs from 42.61 at 8:30 down to the low candle, my 79 is at the bottom of the fair value gap. I think that is where we're looking to see if it come back to. Thanks. Oh, you talking about this fair value gap right here? Yeah, the one right there. Which one? Oh, this fair value gap right there on the 5 minute. This fair value gap here. So now with this leg over here, we got two legs over here, right? The full dealing range that we running on right now, right? The full dealing range from that's before 9:30. Let's go to after the 9:30 open, right? So if we coming from when we open to here, right? The cause we still pushing, right? From the 9:30, from like 9:30 up until now, from the 9:30, from you know what I'm saying, the opening candle up until now, right? Yes, from the 9:30 candle up until now, equilibrium would be like right below the London, and then we got 70% retracement right at this down close candle that's been supporting price, right? Because the run been real, so the down close candle been supporting the price. But that like once the market opened, I usually draw my fibs from the low after the market open to try to get my dealing range, right? And then if I want to get the total days dealing range, then I'll go down to the overnight low and anchor it at the overnight low to whatever high we've made in the New York. If it's below, I mean if it's above the overnight high, if we make a new high. But if I'm just typically the way I do it, I just get the dealing range for New York. I just get the New York low up to the New York high, and that's how I look for the dealing range for New York, right? Because if we ignore the overnight low and make a new high, right? I feel like the algos ain't studying the overnight low, right? If we go take out the overnight low and then don't take out the high, I feel like the algos ain't studying the overnight high. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like, okay, this the direction the algos want to go in because they ignoring the opposite side right now. Just like how we ignoring the overnight low and we steady making new highs. You see what I'm saying? So I would just be looking at the low from New York, and you know what I'm saying, just worry about the high, whatever we do. And then if we push it like how we pushing right now, I would even come to this low over here because we came up and this low is what was supporting price. I mean, this down close candle is what was supporting this leg up. I wouldn't even go to the lowest low on from the open. I go from the support, the last shift in sentiment. You see what I'm saying? That's how I anchor it on this right here. That's what I'll be looking to try to take a long off of. If I believe in this bullish run and I'm trying to take a long, I just like I use the support and low in the New York range because we ignoring the overnight low. The algos right now, they like forget them lows, plant. We want to go up. You see what I'm saying? So like with this price leg right here, this fair value gap that's right there, it's inside equilibrium, is at right at a 62% retracement at the bottom of the gap, pretty much. Oh, my battery. I forgot I still got IG on. Let me turn it off. My battery dying and everything. Battery dying and everything. SPY's closing a gap from this morning. Talk about the gap. Talk about the overnight gap down. Let's look at the SPY. Yep. The gap down. The SPY closed that gap down. What at the high 427.33, and Friday closed at 427.10. Yeah, the SPY has closed that gap. The SPY has closed that gap now. Now that we got the gap down and we've retraced the gap, what you gonna do? Are you gonna retrace and fall? Are you gonna retrace and consolidate? What you gonna do, SPY Lean? Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Right there. In that fair value gap right there. Look at it on the 15-minute. Look at it on the 15-minute. Look at it on the 15-minute. On the 15-minute. Okay, looking at it on the 15-minute, the low is the New York low that I had anchored it to the first time on the 5-minute, but on the 5-minute, I moved it up here because it was like a supporting candle on the 5-minute. As you see, that supporting candle is in the middle of this 15-minute fair value gap right there. It looked like it's almost right at 50% of that fair value gap. And if you take it over, that's right at that breaking structure. It came back to that breaking structure and took off. You saw that on the 5-minute though. It came back to that breaking structure and took off. But looking at it on the 15-minute, it just looked like it's anchored in a weird spot, but it's anchored on a 5-minute support after it came back to this breaking structure right there. Oh yeah, the Dow, the on that last 60-minute candle on the Dow actually got a green closure on that 60-minute candle. The NQ got a green closure on that 60-minute candle, and the ES, the only one that didn't get a green closure. It closed just slightly below. Yeah, Friday the close was 421.85, and this that 60-minute candle closed at 421 4281.25, right? And then that candle closed at 4280. So it was like 1.1 tick away from being green. But the Dow and the ES both got green closures on that last candle. We came down close just almost to equilibrium into that fair value gap, and we pushed back up. Didn't quite get into equilibrium. Let's see if it come back down or if it just bounced from there. The bottom of the fair value gap is just above the on the 5-minute is just above the 62% retracement, but it came down just to about to equilibrium. It's bouncing. Let's see what it's only 27 seconds left on this candle. I'm starting to get hungry. I've been on here for over an hour. I appreciate y'all for just hanging out with old man. This is it, man. Ain't nothing exciting or sexy about watching charts. This is all I do. I appreciate y'all just for hanging out with me and looking at the charts with me. We got body closures inside this 4-hour fair value gap. The body closures are inside that 4-hour fair value gap. Hey man, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. I'm about to get me something to eat. Probably hang out with my sweetie. I ain't gonna do no trading today. My sweetie off, so I ain't gonna do no trading. I probably had the charts open, but I ain't gonna be sitting back here. Cereal time. I ain't got the right kind of milk. Hey, I appreciate you, Tasha. I appreciate you. I ain't got the right kind of milk here to learn to share. I got to get my Fair Life. I got to go get me some Fair Life milk. I got the regular 2% milk in there, but that 2% milk be tearing my stomach up. I got to go get some Fair Life milk. I see y'all tonight at 7:30. Y'all have a great day. Y'all have a wonderful day. If y'all gonna trade safe. Trade safe. The market should be settling in now. The volatility should be out of there. Trade safe. If you're gonna trade, it's pushing back up into that gap down. It pushed back up into the gap down. See what else? Like the bodies are still respecting this 4-hour fair value gap. But let's see what happened right here, man. Let's see what happened right now. Anyway, y'all trade safe. If you're at work and I appreciate you for tapping in at work. Enjoy your day at work. Have a wonderful day at work. There's nothing wrong with working. People try to in the community try to work shame folk. Oh, you still clocking in? You still got it's a good thing to clock in. That's another source of income. Everybody don't want to leave their job. You know what I'm saying? I respect the dedication for to still try to give the attention and the discipline it takes to be involved in this stock market and still hold down a full-time job and still have family time and still keep your sanity. I respect that, man. Don't let nobody work shame you. You know what I'm saying? Don't get FOMO. You ain't missing out on nothing by walking away from your job. If you like your job, stay on your job, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. I'll see y'all tonight at 7:30. Gone.